I'm going to mostly be talking about our NSF grant award that we recently got. About a year ago, we applied for this CC Star grant to help improve um, large data transfers to campus. So we worked with iLight and IU and Internet 2 folks, kind of helped us kind of step through this a little bit. One of the things, so NSF, science is their middle name, so for this grant they wanted, multiple science drivers. Why do you want to do this? What's the science behind it? So one of our drivers is this guy here. Yeah. So this is a giant Danio. This is one of the professors, Dr. Pascal Lafont, has been researching the way the heart muscle on this guy works. So in contrast to like human hearts, with this fish he can regenerate heart tissue after it's been damaged. So they're studying that in detail, trying to figure out why, how that works, what's the mechanism for that. So he's got, I guess, 3 different facilities he's working with: Bloomington, University of Illinois, and Houston College of Optometry. So basically what they do is they image the heart with an electron microscope, and they do it in slices, so they'll have like super fine detail and lots of slices. So the files can be, tens of terabytes large. So that's a problem with that much data. The current transfer method is this. The truck, put it in a truck and drive it around, or go to that location and do your research there. So we're trying to make it a little more convenient for these guys to do the research. So this is kind of the guts of our proposal, was to update our basic infrastructure that connects to the internet and to provide a mechanism for high-speed data transfers. So what we have now is this. So everything comes through our firewalls, and that's kind of a problem. Firewalls aren't really designed typically for like a single connection transferring 6 or 8 gigabits a second. They're more designed for thousands of connections, aggregating that through. So the proposed network, it adds a lot of complexity. So we're adding, this pointer doesn't work. So we're adding this border router concept. So it gives us the ability to split off data and send it to a science DMZ, where we would have our high performance data transfer node, and then also persona measurement node. And then the other parts of the grant are giving us a secondary connection to iLight through Wabash College. So we were able to partner with the guys at Wabash to kind of split the cost on that. And that gives us a geo-redundant link. Our main link right now it looks kind of geo-redundant, but it's not really, because it's kind of a folded loop, I guess is the term. And we did have the pleasure of getting that knocked out like a couple of years ago. A truck knocked out a big chunk of fiber from an aerial run, and so we were down for, I don't know, it was like 10 hours or so. So things get real quiet on campus when there's no internet. So that's going to give us that secondary connection through Wabash, and then The border routers will give us more options for routing data, before it hits a firewall. And then the third thing we did is the 4 core switches you see there. Those are going to be updated with new equipment. So this is. So we wanted to, achieve active connection to iLight, geo-redundant, get a capability for science DMZ for unfettered data transfers, and retire old core switches. So we're adding border routers, perf sonar, DTN, and a science DMZ switch. And then we're also having to do some fiber upgrades on campus to make all this work. The other thing we're doing is we're kind of splitting our firewalls. Right now we're housed in the same building, so we're going to split those apart and geo-redundant those two, so that if we would happen to lose our main data center, the rest of campus would still have a connection to the internet. So this is just a sample slide that we developed with the iLight engineers. Kind of went down and just kind of workshopped some ideas on how the routing is going to change for us, and they were very helpful to help come up with some ideas and suggestions. So we're going to be probably implementing VRRP on our 2 core switches that are feeding the internet, and then we haven't really decided for sure what the rest of it's going to be. It'll probably be some combination of OSPF or static routes to get to the border routers and then out. So this is going to be the shortest presentation of the conference. But so the next step, this grant was a little bit different because we didn't do like a detailed initial grant. So it was kind of a rough sketch of what we wanted to do the first year. So they awarded us based on that estimate, and then the first year then was to develop a final bill of materials and a final plan, and then submit that. And then, so hopefully we'll finalize the money part of this and start implementing in the fall. So, yeah, so that's basically a pretty basic stuff. So thanks to iLight and Wabash and all the people that helped us, Internet 2. Any questions? Nope. Yeah. Yeah.
With your graph, make sure you keep the science DMZ separated from firewall. They freak out if they see a firewall involved with that layer of connection.
Yeah. You're talking about NSF? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we actually had.
Diagrams like 6 times before we were told by a couple people in this room, this is what you need to do.
Yeah, we'd just upgraded our firewalls last summer. Originally, they were part of our plan to submit to NSF. Well, we submitted it, as kind of a general things to upgrade that we need to upgrade, and they like freaked out. So we just took those out of the final budget. Yeah, you're absolutely right on the firewalls. So.
I think we owe you a letter for the grant.
Oh, yeah.